Alright, DAC79 here, and I thought I'd do a quick deboxing video. My phone contract came up, and I've been originally going with a lot of Sony phones. I've been going down the whole Xperia line, but every time I upgraded, it seemed every time I went on holiday, I had the same problems happen. I'd get water in my camera in the phone, the lens would steam up, and my USB port would stop working. This has happened on all of the Xperias I've ever had, so when it came to this time I thought I'm going to go down a different route and get rid of my Sony, which, as some of you might know, I'm a bit of a Sony fanboy, and I'm going for one of these. It's the Galaxy Note 9. And I thought I'd open it up because I was looking around online, I couldn't see what the UK people got in their boxes, so they've only been out a short time, so I'm going to open this up, have a look what's in there, and see what I think of it. So, to let you know, I wanted to get the blue phone because apparently each of them have a different S Pen, a stylus, and the blue one came with a really cool yellow stylus. So I'm hoping that maybe I can just get another coloured stylus for it, because apparently all the other ones just have a stylus that's the same colour as the phone. The way it is, I use my phone a lot because I'm a media technician, and I use it for everything. So apparently with these phones, it's got something called DeX in it, DX. I haven't used it yet. Apparently if you plug a HDMI cable into the phone and you plug it into a PC monitor, a bit like a Raspberry Pi, it brings up a Windows-based computer on your screen. So if you've got your Bluetooth hooked up to a keyboard, when you're on holiday, you plug this into a monitor, you plug your Bluetooth keyboard out, and you can use it like a PC. And apparently, I've heard that you'll be able to get Excel, Microsoft and stuff to work on there. So that to me, for my job, is going to be something amazing. So, first off, it's got its nice little sleeve here, and it's got all its information on the back there. So we'll keep that there, because we'll probably have to talk about some of that. A nice little Samsung box, so it has got its first sticker here. As you'll know, when you're buying them online, don't get an American one for the UK and don't get a UK one for America. Get one for your country. It says on here, European SIM card only. Very important. A lot of people think they found a bargain online because it's cheaper in America or something, and then they won't work. It's different cellular, and our mobile networks it's completely different technology there at the moment. Do not accept if seal is broken. I've just broken the seal. There you go. So I've gone for the midnight black because that's all they had in stock. Unfortunately, where I live, it's pretty much impossible to get the coloured phones you want. When I went for the When I went for the Z5 Premium, they had a chrome version, which I was extremely excited about, and because I couldn't get it in the Channel Islands. Okay, so you open the seal and it opens up nicely that way. It's even got a little magnet in there, is it? No, it just opens up. You're going to pop this up. That's all your information. Ooh, I love a new phone in a box. There's something about them, isn't there? Alright. So, there's the phone. We'll come back to that in a moment. There's a little box here with some bits in. We've got a charger. We've got a little USB connector. Yeah, the one thing about Samsung and all the other Android phones out there is the fact that you cannot just plug a USB into a micro USB or anything, because they've got their own little connector, which is a pain. Sony did something very cool, and I'm hoping this will sort out my problem with transferring my data over. When you got the first Xperia, you had this cool little gadget, and it was so you could plug your Android device into any other Android device. So if you had two Sonys, you had two micro USBs. Like that. Now, I've been told that you can't transfer your data over from a Sony to a Samsung, or any other to a Samsung, due to the fact that they haven't got the right connectors. So I'm hoping this would sort that problem out. So I can somehow plug, there we go, that USB connector into there. That can go into the Sony and that can go into Samsung. So yeah, this little cable here If it works, I'll let you know. I'll tell you it. It's the model EC310 and EC300. It's a male-female combo thing. Very cool. So you've got one of those little USBs, nicely fit into the Sony thing, so it gives me a bit more of a bit of hope. Also there's another one here, that's nice. It's a little Samsung to micro USB there. That's interesting. So they've kind of got their own versions of that little Sony thing. They're much smaller. You've got a tiny little thing. I think they're very useful. They probably get lost. I managed to keep these for years because they're so big and clumsy. Those, on the other hand, they're going to get lost first. Right, okay. So we've got ourselves a little headphone clip. That means it's got itself a nice pair of headphones. That's actually a really nice headphone clip. So some headphone plugs to go with the headphones. A Samsung to standard USB cable. Don't lose that. Need that. And some AKG headphones. They look very nice actually. Yes, very nice set of headphones there. Downside is their cables. I think everyone's moving away from cables now. I was kind of hoping if they're going to put some in, there'd be some little wireless headphones in there. Because, I mean, I very rarely use wired headphones now. I'll Bluetooth over to everything. In fact, that's all that lot in there. There's an other section here. I'll move that out of the way. There's another little box. Let's have a look. We've got the ejecting pin for swapping over your SIM cards. Excellent. I managed to keep all my ejecting pins. Starter guide. And nothing else in there. Right, start guide. Fantastic. That there. That's it there. Standard USB, micro USB to Samsung. And there's the Samsung cable. Good old fast charge cable. So that's going to be 2 amp. And the headphones. Very nice. Now let's get to the phone. That's nice. Just feels nice. You can't quite hold them in the shop, say, because they've always got that big clumsy thing on the back to stop people from stealing them. I went for the 128 gig, and this was mainly because these phones have got a micro SD slot, and you could put a massive 512 gig into it as a micro SD. If you buy the 512 gig phone and put a 512 gig storage in, you've got over 1 terabyte of storage there, which is amazing. I'm going to put a 512 in there at some point soon. I just don't have one floating around the house because who does? So I had to go for a black one because that's all they had in the shop. I would have preferred to have gone for the blue one, and this is mainly to do with where are you? The little stylus. So it's got two films on the front and back, and then it's also got a sticker around the bumper. I don't know how you're supposed to get this off. Well, anyway, there we go. It's turned itself on. We won't go through all that right now. Now, what I was very excited about was the S Pen. Now this thing is cool. So it's got this little pen. It's got a remote control. It's a remote control Bluetooth pen, and it's got a little button on it. And you can use it for just writing on your screen, etc. But the cool features it has is you can use it as a very fancy selfie stick remote control. So I use my gimbal a lot, so I'll be using it on my gimbal. I'll probably use this to turn my camera on and off via my gimbal when it's on a monopole doing a crane shot. I use crane shots and all sorts of things. I use my camera on my phone for quite a few fancy shots that I can't get because I haven't got the kit. I've heard that it's got a 30-minute lifespan of battery in there, which you think is, oh no, if you're using it in, say, a meeting, you've got a conference meeting and it's going on for an hour and your pen runs out while you write your notes. Oh no. So it doesn't last an hour, but it has a fast charge built into it and it takes 30 seconds to charge it. So basically you've got to think that if you're in a conference and someone's talking away, plug it into your phone and just pop it out when you need it for writing, so you can get that lifespan out of it. So, that is the pen. I was hoping that pen was not black. It sounds funny, I always have a black pen. I always have a black phone, and I did fancy something different this time. It has got this tape. It's got tape around it, which it hasn't got a, it doesn't have a way of getting it off. There we go, there's one piece. Right, so there we go. First impressions, I'm looking forward to using this. It's water resistant, dust resistant. Let's have a look. So we've got ourselves a 3.5mm headphone jack. Brilliant, need that. The fact that they got rid of that on Apple, I think that's a crazy move. You've got your Samsung port. You've got a little, I think it's a reset port at the bottom there. Interesting, I haven't seen a reset port on the phone for a long time. They now hide them, don't they, inside? Oh no, there's another one there. Maybe it's not a reset. There's two little tiny holes, one on the top and bottom. I have no idea what they are. You got your mic for talking. You got your head, your top for hearing, your bottom for talking. Two little ports. Two little pin ports. Maybe they are resets. Maybe you've got to reset both of them. I don't know. I'm not going to poke anything in there until I've done my research. You've got your power. You've got button here, volume up and down. It's looking like it's got two cameras on there. So one of them will be its f-stop at 1.5 and one of them's at 2.4. So you've got one for daytime, one for nighttime. Maybe they take pictures together for the HDR effect. So you've got your lights and you've got your darks, and combines them together to get that lovely picture. And also it's got a camera on the front. The one on the front is just an 8-megapixel selfie camera. So I'll have a little play with that at some point soon. Yeah, another thing to say about this as well, we've got 6 gig of RAM. That's good. I'm always in a habit of closing everything down as I go, but if you're one of these people who leaves everything open in the background, at least your phone won't slow down. So another thing that I'm a bit worried about is the fact that the fingerprint scanner is here on the back, so you press it. But you also, by the looks of it, you've got big fingers. It's a big phone for big hands, so you've got a big finger that touches the camera as well. I'd be worried about getting that camera dirty with fingerprints. But it does have their new security scan thing that they've got, that Samsung have, where you look at the phone, it uses the camera to do a 3D scan of your face, and it also does your iris scan. So it combines both of them to open it. So all you do is look at your phone and the phone opens. Nobody else can do that. I like that, so I'll be using that. So I'm probably never going to use the fingerprint scan except for buying things, I guess, things that I've already set up with Amazon and things where I can use it's my banking. I use my fingerprint to open up my banking, so maybe that'll do that. Right, well, yeah, it's got wireless charging built into it. I'm just looking forward to using it now. So basically that's me opening up the box and look what's in the box. It's a UK version. Was hoping there'd be wireless headphones, a bit like Apple have done. That would have been nice. But apart from that, I'm excited to use it. Right, well, I'll probably update you at some point. I'm going to probably put it on my gimbal and find out if it fits. I was going to drop down a size because my gimbal was fine. My gimbal's not designed for the Xperia. I mean, my phone I've got at the moment, size difference. This is the Sony Xperia Premium Z5, and the it's a centimetre bigger. This new phone, the Samsung one's a centimetre bigger than my Xperia Z5 Premium, but it's the same width, so it'll fit in my gimbal fine. The downside is sometimes, because they're bigger, the gimbal touches the buttons, and I got to say the buttons on the Sony are tucked, they're hidden into it, so you can't see them at all. These ones are slightly prominent, so might have issues with the gimbal. Might have to 3D print a little bracket to put it in before I can use the gimbal. Right, well, all in all, I'm just going to do my data transfers and then get using it. I hope this video helped anyone out there who's buying one of these. A little look at it. As I say, I'm not familiar with this phone enough to chit chat in depth about it too much. But I will check out your messages underneath, and maybe I'll update the video in the future. I'll put another video up about using it, because I have done the odd video on previous phones and people have enjoyed them, so I thought, why not? It's just come out. See it. Hope you enjoyed. Dark 79 out, and I'm going to get on my phone, see how cool it is. Very excited. Kiddie in a candy shop. Love it. Looks beautiful.